What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more John Foxx. And we're returning to the Golden Section, 1983. Hello, Luca. And the next track is Sitting at the Edge of the World. Do I have that right? Yeah, Sitting at the Edge of the World. There's a couple songs I've reacted to which have similar phrasing. I believe there's one from Tears for Fears. I think there's another one from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, if I'm recalling that correctly. But yeah, there's obviously a poetry to it, and the idea of being on a frontier and by extension a border between the known and the unknown, or the actual and oblivion, the idea of being between everything that is and nothingness. So yeah, I do wonder the essence of the phrase here, whether we're talking in some measure as a species, maybe in terms of cultural, political, international conditions at the time this was written in the early 80s, whether we're talking psycho-emotionally, maybe some combination thereof, interpersonally, socially on a larger level. But yeah, the idea of being on a border between all that is or all that is known and whatever else is out there, even if that's nothing, I feel like there's a very precarious nature to that edge, and obviously you could go more into the abyss or into oblivion, you could turn back toward humanity, or maybe it's humanity that itself is on the edge of losing itself into oblivion. So yeah, it's a really evocative and quite poetic title. I don't quite know what to expect beyond that. I'll try to catch what I can. This is John Foxx. The tune is Sitting at the Edge of the World, and it's from his 1983 album, The Golden Section.
Sitting at the edge of the world, talking with my friend, watching the sun in her eyes, knowing we'll speak the
a crazy song in general, and that outro is really interesting because it just becomes this cacophonous, echoed, super saturated sphere of sound, and I wonder if there is conceptual meaning in that. Certainly it sounds like it's in this dimensionless place, and obviously he's referencing a friend, a female friend, and they're saying things at the same time, but he's closing his eyes. Yeah, I do wonder what's happening here thematically slash lyrically, but it does seem to speak to some like liminal or like transitional space, and there is maybe some sense of the unknown or being unmoored or without any particular coordinates in space and time. But obviously there's some visual references too, so yeah, I really don't know what to make of it in that regard. I'm looking forward to any insight or comments people have. Sonically, it's interesting. Like, parts of this tune, it feels like if the Beatles were still around in the mid 80s and were making songs, this might be something like what they would do, certainly in some of the vocal sound. And I did like the way, what was it, the like fading away, and the first time he said that, it was like the vocals were sort of drifting backward and echoing as they receded. So I feel like there was some clever use of sonic framing relative to the lines. But also that long extension he did multiple times, it reminded me of the extension in Never Ending Story by Kajagoogoo. It like had that, or I guess Lamal rather, right? Like, it's not Kajagoogoo, it's Lamal. But yeah, it had that like where it just keeps hitting that same melodic phrase as it continues on. So yeah, there were a couple moments across the course of this one that made me think of other artists. But yeah, it feels very artsy. It feels like cerebral. Again, I don't quite know what's happening, but that type of atmosphere came across in the composition. And yeah, ultimately it was an enjoyable journey, even if I don't quite know what it's about, and I enjoyed the vocals in particular. There were a couple moments where it felt like at least partially dissonant, like it had a bit of a like an off-kilter or maybe like tension-filled feel, but for the most part it was smooth and consonant, so I like the dynamic variety over the course of the tune. Definitely curious to hear what people have to say about this one. Let me know, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.